Man, I've been awful lately about the lens. So this buck, Tyson, I actually picked him up on a trail camera on this edge about 11 days ago actually, but it was the same conditions. It was in a cold front on a northwest wind. So it's a really sketchy situation. The wind is at his favor, and it's really not at mine. My only hopes is that he's close enough to this field edge and my scent is blowing over top of him. Tonight's one of those nights I really think I'm either going to see Tyson or I'm not going to see a single buck at all. Yeah.
Tyson's story actually started back in shed season when I picked up the first antler.
Walking up on sheds.
It's a cool brow.
I really think this is going to be a place where I can catch the buck Tyson moving. And I also actually had a new buck show up over on the clover plot in the middle of the night. That clover plot's only about 150, 200 yards the way the crow flies from here. So granted, they'd go into this timber and follow this ag field around, but relatively still really close. It was about 80 degrees yesterday, and it's about 41 degrees right now. So, I mean, I'm loving this temperature drop.
getting ready to head out. I'm starting to actually bring sheds for the buck that I'm trying to kill. It's a buck I call Tyson. I actually found this shed over in a patch of timber just maybe 150 yards from here last year. But he had a real hard break, and he actually this year has his split brow on the left side, and then the right side is just kind of like a turkey foot, kind of a club, and it kind of kicks out or whatever. But he's thrown up another time on this side, and he's got a lot of mass, and he's just super tall. It's not real wide, but I actually had him last night out of the grizzly blind in the plot. He initially came out about 50. By the time he stopped, he was about 58. By the time I got the camera on him and set, then he had gone out to about 64. And I rolled the dice on it thinking he might come back in, but he didn't. He worked his way back out, circled around in the timber, but then he came back into the plot again, and it was at last light. So I just kind of had to wait him out so I could get out of there. But southwest wind, I'm not overly excited about the wind, but it is November 2nd, and he came into the plot. It's warm, so I anticipate there's going to be does in that clover tonight, and maybe he'll come and sit and check them tonight.
Again, we're still battling the 70-degree temperatures. We're still battling these south winds. We've had them for about 5 days now, and we're going to have about another 2 more days. I've been hunting a field edge, bounced back over to the grizzly blind to sit on this clover with these south winds. I just don't want to put any more scent into these bedding areas. I have seen Tyson in this clover plot before, a couple different times on trail cameras and on the hoof. I know that he was moving through the property at like 3:30 this morning, so hopefully he makes another appearance in here this afternoon. Be nice to get a couple of does in here to draw him in. Meh.
I knew that my hit was low, but with all of the sign of good blood, we continued to track. And after approximately 1,000 yards, we ended up stopping for the night as batteries started to die on the flashlights. We decided to come back the next day.
So
we've got 3 beds right here. 1, 2, there's one right behind me. They're all within like 15 feet of each other. And we've got really good blood in these beds. And then that's it. We don't have anything. We don't have any other blood going any direction. I mean, it looks like he came up. We're not really sure what series he hit these beds, but we've gone that way, we've gone that way, we've gone up this way, and we can't find any more blood. I mean, 1,000 yards. I mean, this is a decent amount of blood, so I think we're going to try to split up and maybe try to grid some of these ridges. There is a small patch of timber that I've gotten a lot of pictures of him late October, early November. So maybe he tried to work his way back over there, you know, into a familiar area. At this point, I'm not really sure what to do. You know, Iowa passed the blood tracking deal through legislation, but not in the reg books. So the DNRs are not allowing it. So it looks like it's just going to be hands and feet and eyes. Keep looking a little bit more.
Today's November 30th here in southeast Iowa. I'm actually sitting on a pretty big open hay field, and I can see the whole west edge of this cut cornfield. The farmer actually started combining last night. I came out here to check a trail camera, and I actually got a picture of Tyson down here in this small timber about 200 yards away, and he's still alive. He's got a labored walk. He's got a limp, definitely favoring his front right leg where I hit him. But he's lost a ton of weight, and I'm assuming that's just from where he bedded up and probably went to water and was, you know, nursing his wounds, you know. But he's back on his feet. It's the first time he's been back onto this property in 2 weeks from the time I shot him. But that picture was taken 3 nights ago, and this is the last week to get it done before shotgun season comes in on Saturday. So that's all I got. I got tonight through Friday night, and that's it. First season's over. In Iowa, you actually can't hunt during shotgun season with a bow, and because I'm bow only, I do 2 bow tags a year. So that means I have to basically sit out during shotgun season completely, which sucks. I wish we could wear orange and hunt all the way through, but that's not the way it works. So